Hello my darlings, and welcome to this week's episode of an A to Z guide to being a creative genius. I'm Heidi Hinda Chadwick, and as you can tell, I have gone wild and I am filming from this beautiful setting. Let's do a bit of a 360 degrees there. My local beautiful Heaton Park, trying it out using the selfie stick instead of the tripod. We'll see how this works. And today's episode is all about A for alignment. So just before we go any further, if you haven't done so already and you're new here, welcome first of all. And it would be really amazing if you would subscribe to this channel, if you would like this video, and if you like what you hear and see and you think it's valuable content, then please do consider sharing this video too. So I'm going to just see if I can find somewhere to perch, but I can talk and perch at the same time. So A for alignment or align. You see, the thing is about living our creative life. I'm going to just do this for a moment. Slightly distracted by, look at that, the lake. So what is this thing called alignment? What is it to be aligned? Well, I believe that when we are aligned, we are absolutely and utterly plugged in to creative source. Full stop. And this creative source is the unbounding, vast, infinite, limitless energy that feeds our creativity, our sexuality, and it is our life force. And it's like a tap, it's like this torrent that moves through us, sometimes with such a wild force, sometimes very, very gently, and it's never ending. So when we are plugged in and when we are aligned, in a strange way, we don't really get tired, we don't get exhausted, we don't run out of this energy basically. Yeah, sure, the physical body gets tired. Yes, of course, we need to rest, we need to pause, we need to close our eyes, we need to nourish the physical body and take care of ourselves in that way. But it's a very different to when we're almost kind of doing everything ourselves and we're pushing and hustling. I quite like the word hustle these days. I've just been having a bit of a joke with that word hustle with a friend of mine, especially as we're both creative entrepreneurs putting our hearts and our truth out there in the world. But there is something about hustle which is very effortful. It's full of doing. It's almost like you're fighting in a marketplace. Whereas if we align instead of hustle, everything turns on its head, and instead there is this potential for ease, for effortlessness, for flow, for literally being carried like the wind right now. It's moving through my hair, that's making this extraordinary lake look incredibly green from the trees. I have to show you this. Let's have a look, see if we can, I don't know if you can see how green. Isn't it beautiful? Anyway, back to what we are doing here. When we are in alignment, when we are aligned, there is this incredible clarity, this crystal clarity that happens. We're very sure and clear about how we are responding in each moment. There's none of this dilly-dallying, doubt doesn't take hold of us, resistance isn't really there. Sometimes, in a way, our ability then to respond and act from this place is actually really without reason, without logic, without rationale. We're not thinking it over or planning it or, you know, writing our lists and breaking it down into X amount of easy steps. We just get on and do it. You can often find that our body literally moves us into action, into life, without our will, without our willpower. In a way, when we are aligned, we're also connected with this sense of willingness. We're not in separation, we're in complete connection to everything in life. When we are aligned, our creative flow is just immense. it's happening, and the juice is overflowing through and out of us. We're full of ideas. The muse is literally kissing us, making love with us all the time. It's a wonderful place to be in. It also, when we're in alignment, we're very much living from our truth. Alignment is about integrity, kind of like a compass. So when we're living aligned, we're in alignment to who we are, essentially who our soul is, what we're here for. We're living on and with purpose. It's as if we're following our true North Star. Our compass is absolutely on point. And when we're living from this place, all sorts of things start to happen. Synchronicities begin to happen, spontaneous opportunities, offerings. We're in the right place at the right time. We're suddenly making connections. We're sat next to people who are in conversation about the thing that we are working on at that time. It's as if everything is already there. We don't have to put this effort in and try and control an outcome. It just is, which is extraordinary. And I do feel that when we're in alignment is like God's tuning fork. In that place of alignment, everything becomes quite still. It's if we come to quite a refined point. Everything becomes very heightened. Our senses are in tune. They're very resonant to the vibration around us. We're very perceptive. Everything is woken up. We can hear, we can see, we can sense. It's impossible to take any action that doesn't feel like it's part of this alignment. It's like we can't do it. We can't be who we are not. We can't act how we are not. And this is, in a way, it's kind of like a superpower. Being in alignment, being aligned is a superpower. So what are the signs? How do we know when we are in a place of alignment? Firstly, as I've mentioned, there is this clarity, this sense of stillness. The noise that's often going on from the mind has quietened down. There is a silence. We're able to really hear something beyond the outside noise. There is a sense of being very solid, and it's an inner solidity that's almost a kind of vertical, solid line through the center of our being. There's almost a feeling as if the soles of our feet are open, the space between our legs is open, our belly and our seat of power is open, the heart space, the throat, the place of receiving, or place of intuition, the top of the head, open to spirit, to prayer, to bowing, to devotion. Everything is open from the rooted place of the earth to this vast infinite space above us. Okay, I'm aware that sounds incredibly new agey and incredibly hippie. There is a truth in all of that. That's kind of how it is. Incredible presence, incredible sense of this is who I am. And it's an extraordinary place to create life from, to be in relationship from, to live from, to go through the ordinary moments of the day from. It won't lead you astray. In fact, it's a very joyful place. It's very playful. And it's a very love-filled and fueled state and place to be in. We feel in complete and utter connection with everything in life. It's also a place where trust and faith are our companions. They're just present with us. So even though in a way we might not be 100% clear what the hell are we doing, why am I showing up to create this body of work, why am I being pulled to tell this particular story and so on, to go to this particular place, we trust that. It's as if there's something else, another knowing that's not this head I know, that is taken over. And because of that, it's almost a sweet place of surrender. Yes, we take action, we're showing up to do what we have to do, but there is a surrender to the outcome here. And we don't have to know. And in a way, the outcome is not so important anymore. Yeah, we can make our plans and our goals. I think that's really important and vital. However, God, spirit, life, as we all know, kind of laughs at us when we make plans, has its own plans for us. For me, I think more and more these days that God, spirit, the divine is a trickster. It's a massive, massive trickster. So when we're living in a place of alignment, we've kind of put ourselves in the hands of this great unfathomable mystery, this great unknown. And we're just going along for the ride. And life is this ridiculous circus carnival ride that we might as well get on board and enjoy ourselves and play out in and celebrate and just go, do you know what? Fuck it. I am all in. It's a fuck yes to all of this. Let's see what happens. So I'm very curious as to what kind of practices or what kind of places, what is it that is supportive for you to come back to that sense of alignment? Maybe it is a particular place. Like for me, it is this park that I come to when I'm feeling a little busied, a little lost myself. Like my compass is slightly moved away from that pointing north direction within me, and I can feel it. So being out in nature, being at this park is one of those places for me. Quietness, slowing down, listening, making art, good friends, prayer, whatever form that is. Sunshine, good food, rest, going back to those places of support, which I have spoken about in the past. So I'm curious, and do let me know in the comments below, what are the things that are supportive for you to come back to being aligned? And how can you shift if you are one of these that recognizes that, yeah, there's a lot of hustle going on to try and get somewhere? What kind of shift could you make? What would you need to maybe let go of or to invite in order to move from that place of hustle to a place of living instead from align and seeing what happens here, trusting that you are supported? Because at the end of the day, we are supported all the time by the breath, by life, by this moment, by gravity on this earth. It's just absolutely extraordinary. Gratitude and appreciation are incredible ways to come back into alignment. So I'm going to leave you with just a few more moments of this absolutely lush landscape that I'm enjoying today. And let me know what you thought of this week's video. Let me know if you like these outside little adventures that this creative genius is taking you on. Do like this video. Subscribe, please do share, you know the drill by now. And also if you head on over to my website, you can sign up to receive your free 10 ways to awaken your creative genius little ebook, which is absolutely wonderful. And also you can get on my mailing list. I send out a monthly, it's called a Frida Friday newsletter. She's becoming more and more like a little arty magazine full of creative inspiration for you. So my darlings, until next week, I hope you find those places of alignment as you move through your days, and that it nourishes you and brings forth such richness and joy and surprise into your life. Until then, from me and all of these beautiful trees and these little ducks, you can find these little ducks. Such the best noise in the world. I love those little squeaky duck noises. So until then, see you next week, and thank you again for your time and for your attention.